And this is why, even though we have Trump coming in and there's a chance for a change in policy direction, there's still, you know, nearly a month left for the Biden administration to bring an end to the world. So I'm very concerned about the Russian-Ukraine conflict and its potential for nuclear escalation.
You must have spent many a night ruminating on why these so-called leaders are bringing us to the brink of nuclear war. What do you think motivates them? What's going on in their heads?
Well, you said something in introducing yourself. You spoke of the Bush-Cheney crime family. It's more than that. Of course, it's the entire way the United States is organized to interface with the world today. The military-industrial complex. The United States, since the end of the Second World War, made a decision that it wasn't going to dismantle the military machine that it built. The arsenal of democracy. That arsenal of democracy created an artificial economy that dragged the United States out of a depression and into the state where it was the world's dominant economy. Normally, after a war like that, you would seek to demobilize your economy and return it to purely civilian work. Well, we didn't do that. Instead, we doubled down. But in order to justify the continued investment into a war economy, you need war. And so basically the United States went to war against the world. Now, we didn't declare war formally, but we entered into a Cold War that didn't need to happen to create, the potential for missile scares and bomber scares that justified spending billions of dollars on missiles and bombers we didn't need. We engaged in a policy of containment that included an element of violence, meaning that we would push back as we did in Korea, as we did in Vietnam, as we did in elsewhere, proxy conflicts in Africa, etc. This constant state of war, this need for conflict, alliances that aren't about peace but about promoting conflict, the NATO alliance, all the other alliances that we've entered into are designed to create friction, to create crisis, to create chaos. That funds, this constant, this addiction for war. And so now we have a situation where a president has come in under a mandate from the American people, not all, but many, who have said, we're tired of this military-industrial complex. We're tired of this rules-based international order that the United States has imposed on the world to sustain our hegemony. What we want America to be great again, but not defined by constant war. We'd like to focus more on economic development, et cetera. Whether they succeed is unknown. They haven't had a chance to yet. But the point is, they are moving in a direction that this establishment, this war establishment, finds to be existential, meaning that if Trump and company succeed, they're out of business. They lose their money, they lose their influence, they lose their power.